Hey everybody, welcome to Norm's. Standing there with, of course, Mr. Harris himself and old pal of mine from, well, early 80s, I think we first met when INXS first came over to take London by storm. And it was never the same after that. Anyway, Garry Beers is here, original founding member of INXS, bass player extraordinaire, who is now starting to build basses, and we are going to be repping them for you, right?
Yeah.
So it's do you want to tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, they're all hand built. They're all
Hand built by you, right?
hand built by me. I have some people that obviously help me
Yeah.
paint and put together, assemble things. But wiring, I do solder, but wiring is not my specialty. So I do have people
So
that
you got
do proper soldering.
a professional.
But I did electronics at school.
Yeah.
After school, so I designed the pickup system and the whole tone system. So this is patented.
So
by
what's
me.
special about the tone system and the pickup?
The pickup is a single passive pickup, so no batteries anywhere.
Right.
It's got 4 coils, so you can get a full humbucker, you can get a split humbucker, a reverse split humbucker, and 2 single coils.
Oh, cool.
All out of one passive pickup.
Wow.
And with simple controls, there's volume, that's a balance pot to go between. So you get all different variations too. You
Yeah.
get between the split humbuckers and reverse split humbucker, you can get in the middle and a bit over this way, a bit more. And this is a pull pot on the tone pot, so you can go single coil.
So it does it all.
Yeah.
I see
So you
you've got
can
the
make it sound kind of Rickenbacker-ish. Or,
Yeah, I just did a full record. I got a very, very passable Rickenbacker P basses. Obviously, the reverse P bass is pretty cool because it's kind of more hollow,
Uh-huh.
and it's not quite a single coil, but it's more hollow than a full split humbucker. And the full humbucker is with it all on. It's like this. Kind of Music Man-ish, and
Yeah.
kind of all Gibson-y, but yeah.
Really?
But yeah, full P bass. Single coil. Slight difference.
Yeah.
Like an old
Each one of them
56
has a
P
little
bass.
different-
That'll cut through. Yeah. I noticed this one's got a hip shot on it as well, right?
Yeah, I've always used hip shots since they first came out. I got one on my old 58 P bass, which was Old Faithful, which was the INXS P bass,
Yeah.
all through my life.
And these are all reminiscent of,
Yeah.
Fender colors and things like that.
Yeah.
But the pickup really is the most interesting thing because you have such a variety of tones from that.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
obviously the main sound for me is is an old P bass. So I get that, the reverse P bass. You know, to be able to get all those sounds out of a passive pickup, I think is pretty unique. And I worked on the pickup for many years. Started back in Australia.
Yeah.
I've been living here 15 years, and I finally got around to buying a string winder and learning how to wind pickups.
Oh.
Yeah, which I'll never do again. But yeah, I get the pickups made for me, especially, and yeah, it's
This looks like a
unique.
beastie. It's got 2 of them on there.
Yeah, I thought I'd
So-
make one with that's the candy apple tangerine colour.
Killer finish. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they look really sharp.
Nice relicking job.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the workmanship is excellent.
Yeah.
It's really nice finishing job, and the woodwork and everything.
Yeah, I have fun
Yeah,
with them
very
too. I put-
impressive.
Yeah, the 2 pickups just for people who might want the 2 pickup, because obviously you get a whole
Different palette
different
of
variations of
yeah.
sounds.
It's green's nice as well.
And these are the two body models. I got the P bass. This is
Right.
this first one I built,
Yeah.
and that's a
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid blue. It's actually got a real anodized guard.
Yeah.
So all the 4-string models have the hip shot on
Yeah,
it.
I've built a 5-string. I don't really play 5 strings, but I own the patent to the pickup from 4-string through to 10-string.
Right.
It just came with the territory. So I actually can build a guitar pickup for a 6-string. So at some point, but I built the 5-string, and it's kind of the only 5-string pickup where you can get a split humbucker sound and a reverse split humbucker sound, and your single coils and your classic full humbucker. I mean, which is what most 5-string players these days want to get, that jazzy sound. And this gets it, but it also gets all the rock tones out of it.
Cool.
And,
So it covers a lot of territory
it really
for
does.
one bass.
And this one's like a slab body, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for the
That's
slow
cool.
body. I wanted to find a way where I get a guard. You have to cut the guard up, and
Yeah,
so I
they
settled
look
on that, like a
fantastic.
72 P bass kind of.
So through us, you will be able to buy a Garry Beers hand-built bass. And
What's with the Garry Beers? I mean, is it a stuttering thing or is it a...
The actual truth of it is that a girlfriend of mine did the original artwork on the first two INXS albums, and she used to call me Garry Gary. And so she did all the handwriting artwork.
They're spelled different.
Yeah, I thought I'd make it really complicated and have two R's then one R. And so from then on, it's never been right ever since.
Yeah.
So it was one of those great ideas at the time that I
Hey,
can't...
people remember it though.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and Garry was also the original member, one of the founding members of INXS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. From 1975, I think we started playing.
Amazing.
So, Garry, just demo that a little bit more and explain how it works. So,
Yeah. Okay. So, in all down position, you're in split humbucker mode. So, like a normal P bass. And then reverse split humbucker. Sounds a bit more
Yeah, you
hollow.
get a bit more Rickenbacker-y kind of.
And then full humbucker. Bit more of a Music Man, and then up is the single coils. So this is these two coils. More like a 50, 50,
a little more trebly.
55, 54 P bass. That one cuts through really well with a pick on stage with a nice big amp pick.
They really sound good, and it's
Well, they feel good too. That's the thing, is that I based all the feel of all of them on my old
on your 58.
58, yeah. And this is why this one's become my favourite, even though it's not. It's a what do you call it, Jazzmaster body. Where
An offset body, yeah.
I've customised it.
have you used any of these basses with the band at all?
I have a new band called Ashen Moon.
Ashen Moon, yeah.
Okay.
And I used them. All I did, everything's recorded on the record is done by one of the two of the basses or three of the basses, because some of them I put dead flat wound strings on it to get that old.
Like
that,
James
old-
Jamerson kind
yeah,
of thing.
yeah, he's my hero. So, and I use them all on the record, and every gig, that's all I use now.
Yeah.
Especially this guy. This guy's become my favourite.
And Ashen
all
Moon
our
are doing-
videos are in. I've used them all in our videos too, because they're just beautiful basses.
Yeah, they look
Yeah,
fantastic.
they feel great, they sound great, and they cover a lot of territory. So if you want one bass to do as much as one bass can do,
Yeah.
that pickup does it.
Well, exactly.
And the big question, how much are they?
I want to start around four grand, because
Yeah.
they're handmade. They're all played and used by me.
That's right for a
'Cause they're-
boutique bass.
Well, they've got to live
There's
up. They
something
live up to my
special.
standards. So they all get played. They all get played on stage. They all get played in the studio.
Fantastic.
And as a studio bass, they're brilliant, because you get all those sounds out of one passive pickup.
Yeah.
You know, I've played basses with batteries, and it always drives me crazy. I unplug them, and they never quite sound the same. From day
Yeah,
to
and
day.
there's hisses and pops you
Yeah.
get, and there's
An artificial
I like passive
top end,
pickup.
which by the time you put it through a PA and a DI up front, it doesn't sound the same as what you got on stage anyway. So
Exactly, yeah.
I just
So
like-
if you guys are interested in buying one of these, we're going to be happy to sell them for Garry here. And Garry, would you autograph them if anybody would want one?
Absolutely, yeah. I actually just live up the road.
All right,
So
fantastic.
I'll
That makes
drop
it
in
convenient.
And absolutely sign it.
I can tell by the accent that you live.
Hey, it's full of foreigners around here, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born at Manly Beach near Tarzana.
All right, so double Garry, Gary Beers. Really cool basses. We're happy
Very
to
cool.
sell them over here at Norm's Rare Guitars, so please get in touch
And
with us.
check out Ashen Moon as well, because you got a record coming out soon.
Yeah, the
right?
record's coming out end of the year. We've released about 4 or 5 singles and videos, and it's been tough through the pandemic, but
Of course, yeah.
it's actually made us more self-sufficient. We make our own videos. The record was recorded up in my studio up the road in Tarzana, produced and written by myself and the other 2 guys in the band. So
Fantastic.
yeah, good stuff.
Check them out. All right, and
Ashen
buy
Moon.
one of these basses from us here at Norm's. Garry Beers.